Hello Capricorn, welcome to Truth Well Told Tarot. This is your weekly tarot reading from the 30th of September to the 6th of October 2019 for the sign of Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. I hope you're well, Capricorn. So I do have a sore throat, Capricorn. I've had it for a bit actually now, so you'll just have to pardon me, but I really do want to get the readings out as much as possible. So, as usual, we have 5 cards at the top, all clarified by a separate Rider-Waite tarot deck. The past, the present, challenges, advice from tarot and outcome. I've got an angel oracle card and also another overarching tarot card as well. So let's start with that, Capricorn. We have strength. This is rising passion within you. This is knowing your inner power. Strength can be a recognition of your own inner strength, your own inner courage, your own inner resolve. When the strength card appears, there's also an element of persuasiveness as well. You can be very persuasive this week to get what you want. Persuasive arguments, yeah. There's an element of charisma with this. This can also be the beginnings of finding, if you've lost your own natural power or your own sense of power to control your life, take steps in your life, this is when you're going to feel that power coming back to you. There's a real confidence, charisma, energy that goes with the strength card. It can also be courage to face things that you need to face. And I've got the Hanged Man here. The Hanged Man came out reversed at the end, and there's a reason for that, I feel. For some of you anyway, it kind of links to this too. So again, having courage to face things that you need to face, to deal with things that you need to deal with now, to take the steps that you need to take to move forward. But either way, you see that tiger, you see how there is a kind of like ferocity about it. So for those of you who might have been angry, who may have felt really extreme emotions, this is where you're just suddenly finding that calm and inner resolve. Remember, the maiden tames the lion. It's normally a lion, but it's a tiger in this deck. And the maiden tames the lion. And that is calming any extreme emotions that you might have to a certain situation in order to come back to who you truly are in terms of strength, character, power, confidence, energy, drive. Yeah. Yeah, and the angel oracle card is believe in miracles, which is beautiful. Now, I'm going to start with these here. We've got the Hanged Man in the upright position here. At the end of the reading, we had the Hanged Man reversed, which came out that way in the shuffle. And what they're both saying is that you may feel stuck. Some of you may feel stuck, but this card is sometimes saying it can be of your own making. It can be resisting change. It can be resisting to see the truth for what it is. This can sometimes be when people stay in a comfort zone, don't move forward, so that's when they feel trapped. And there's an element now that you're being asked to see the truth, to get a fresh perspective, to open your inner world, to see truths of situations. The Hanged Man is still energy, but his inner world is moving far beyond the immediate realms that you see in here, because he is seeing how to get alignment in his work, in his world, how to bring alignment back into his life, and what steps he needs to take, the vision that brings you, the steps that you need to take to move forward now. And he's looking at things from a new perspective rather than doing the old, same old, same old. It's doing things that are new in order to bring about positive change. We've got the Four of Cups here. This can be a card of missed opportunities. This is the divine God, the universe, offering this person a cup. You can see here. But they're not interested. They're discontent. And that keeps them stuck. And it is about allowing yourself to see a way forward now with fresh eyes, fresh perspectives, fresh ways of thinking, opening your mind, because this is about finding answers, being given divine answers, in order to really move forward. Yeah. Now we have, this kind of like, we've got, let's start with these two. We've got the Queen of Cups and we've got the Three of Swords. This can be heartbreak in love. I feel for some of you, this can be heartbreak in relationships. Could be to do with the Cancerian energy. Three of Swords is the heartbreak card. Sometimes I feel it can be hurt or deep hurt. There's levels to it in different situations, but because it's next to the Queen of Cups, this is very much in love, in relationships, in deep connections, deep emotional connections. Some of you could have undergone, seeing third-party situations. This can be about seeing brutal truths of situations that can hurt deeply. But you see, the wounds are exposed to the clouds and the rain, and as soon as a wound is exposed to the elements, it starts to heal. And there is a kind of message here of you coming back to you now, Capricorn. You reconnecting with your inner self, your inner emotions, your inner groundedness. Remember, as an energy, the Queen of Cups, she looks at that cup and it's a closed cup. And she has a lid on her emotions, and you're being asked now that it's time to get an inner perspective, an inner balance of your emotions within, in order to move forward and make the steps forward in your external world. There's a solidity. You see the cliffs behind here? They represent a solidity of the Queen of Cups energy. As soon as you have emotional balance, that's when you allow yourself to move forward. So some of you also have an opportunity to come back to yourselves in order to move forward. But there's definite hurt on the love situation, I feel. But here's the thing. Some of you have the ability to stand on your own 2 feet, taking the practical steps that you need. Be grounded, be practical, one step at a time, to bring about abundance into your life in your own right. The nines are very much an independent energy. So this can be going it alone. It could be walking away from relationships, standing in your own light, being grounded in your own energy. In order to bring abundance and success into your life, this can be an entrepreneurial energy where you might find business is going really well. You get more business in. If you're pitching for business, this is a really good sign of getting more money. This can also be about just advancing yourself in the workplace as well if you're employed. It's a really good card of standing on your own 2 feet. So the cards are saying that whether you've been hurt in love, it's about getting that emotional centre, because there's a promise of luxury, of happiness, of success, material success here, and taking the steps that you need to move forward. But the answers to get here come from the Hanged Man. Yeah. And yeah, this is why I feel certainly on the business and career, money front, material success front, there's opportunities to celebrate. This is your challenge. But you see, these 3 people are celebrating a success because you see at their feet, they're beginning to reap a harvest. The 3s are beginning to have the first steps of manifestation. And this is where they're beginning to slowly but surely realise that their hard work is going to pay off. Some of you could have worked hard for, getting more money, getting more recognition, finding your worth, your self-value even. That can be a sign of your own self-value. Having been hurt in the past, you're finding your own self-worth again, Capricorn. And hopefully moving away from situations that don't serve you. Because the Four of Cups, this opportunity can bring about celebration. That's what these cards are saying. So the message is don't miss it. It's about switching on in order to bring about positive change in your life and celebration, and begin to reap the rewards of your own success. Now, the Cups energy is also about our emotions and our feelings. So there's a really uplifting energy here. Some of you are ready to emotionally move on maybe, but this is your challenge. Because this is about, it's not just moving on with an offer, this can be emotionally moving on too. And that's what the angels, spirits, guides are saying. This is the advice from angel, spirits, guides. The Nine of Cups. Not only is it the wish fulfillment card, not only is it that you have the capabilities to bring your hopes, dreams and wishes to reality in your own right, there's also a promise that you will be happy again if you take the steps and don't miss out on opportunities that are being presented to you now. But this is also about knowing that you can emotionally move on. This is somebody who is wearing their emotions, their feelings, putting them like trophies around them to prove that they've earned every one of those cups. And each one of those cups contains really happy, uplifting energy. So this is emotional happiness as well as achievement. And the Knight of Wands says, as soon as you realise that you start taking the steps to understand that you have the strength, you have your power, you have the capabilities, the practical resources, certainly with that Nine of Pentacles, to bring success into your life, that's when you find direction. That's when things become clear. The Knight of Wands can represent an opportunity in business, career, or linked to your passions and desires. And there's levels to that, obviously. It could be projects, could be hobbies, could be the beginnings of a business venture. I mean, there's all sorts of things that the Wands energy can compare to. But this is where there's growth, there's a shift, there's positive movement forward, and there's positive progress towards your hopes, dreams and wishes coming to true. So even though there's been a tough time, even though some of you may have felt like you've switched off, you're emotionally drained maybe, to the point where you're not seeing how to move forward in a situation, once you really, sometimes it's about being still, allowing yourself to take a breather in order to get real perspective. Because as soon as you do that, that's when the angels are saying, angel spirits, guides are saying, that's when the positive shifts happens. That's when you make real progress. That's when you find advancement in your life. Yeah. So the Hanged Man is saying, don't resist. Don't hold yourself back. Don't stay in that comfort zone because it's keeping you stuck. You're being given the answers, the vision. This is long-term vision of where you need to move towards now, to bring your hopes, dreams and wishes to reality and stand on your own 2 feet, in your own success, material success, worldly success. So the Page of Cups is very much an opportunity to connect back to you. This can be an offer of love sometimes, but for me, I just feel it can be self-love as well, coming back to you. Even surprising yourself at how well you do as soon as you take those first steps to move forward, Capricorn. Because this can be an element of surprise as well with the Page of Cups. Now, it can be an offer of love, can be self-love, can also be a loving offer or an opportunity. Can also be messages, loving messages coming through. Messages, maybe communication. Could be to do with a job of some kind that might allow you to move on from whatever deception has gone on in your life. The Seven of Swords can be about self-deception, self-sabotage, but it can also be about deception in your external world, certainly to do with that Three of Swords energy. Could be a third-party situation associated there. There's an underhandedness because this person is stealing the truth. And there's an element now that you need to trust yourself. Come back to you. The Page holds, she holds the Ace of Cups. So there's an opportunity for an emotional fresh start here. And don't resist it. That's what you're being asked to do. Don't resist it. Yeah, don't resist. So, I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe. I hope it's a great week and I'll see you next time. Thank you.